And now, the general weather around Alaska.
And starting off with some flood watches that continue out here for the Kobuk into the lower Kobuk Valley, Koyukuk Valley areas back to the northwest there, across the Noatak Valley, southern slopes of the Brooks Range, due to the excessive rainfall they've had up there. And that flood watch is out for another couple of days. And then on down to the south here, we've got a flood advisory there for the western Susitna Valley for minor flooding through that area. And also here for the Kenai Peninsula, flood watch out, and that's for Ski Lac Lake and below Ski Lac Lake for the Glacier Dam release there that could happen and cause some flooding in that area. And from there, looking at satellite image, you can see quite a fetch of moisture here from southwest to northeast along something of a frontal boundary here across the southern part of the state, and actually clouds and areas of rain covering much of the northern interior from the Arctic coast right on down into the southwest part of the state here, with a little bit of light precipitation across areas of south central Alaska. But to the east, Copper River Basin on down the southeast coast continues dry there with a few clouds over the northern panhandle, otherwise mostly sunny to the south. Out to the west there, you can see the next system starting to spread some clouds into the far western Aleutians. And the forecast for tonight, low pressure comes northward, bringing gale force winds and a good round of rain into the eastern Aleutians and Alaska Peninsula. The warm front spreading rain northward across Bristol Bay and over the Kuskokwim Delta and northeastward here into the southern central Kuskokwim Valley. Some of that could spill into western Cook Inlet and some light rain making its way into Kodiak Island. But farther to the west there, high pressure, light winds, dry conditions from Atka Island all the way out to the Shimiatu area and Komodorskis as well. And some a narrow band of some pretty gusty northwest winds here coming into Nikolsky and eventually into Unalaska Island. Up to the north, a weak trough traveling northeastward there keeps some light rain going from the western Arctic coast into the western Brooks Range. And the eastern interior under high pressure centered just east of the border there keeps it dry with light winds all the way down into Copper River Basin, North Gulf Coast. Mostly cloudy here for south central Alaska, northern Cook Inlet and the Susitna Valley with a risk of a light shower possible there, but dry weather continues down the southeast coast. And for tomorrow, this system moves northward and see a little bit of an increase in the southeast winds here for Turnagain Arm and the higher elevations south central Alaska, but nothing too terribly strong expected. The downsloping effect of that will tend to keep the rainfall at a minimum here, mostly up the Susitna Valley. We'll see some light rain. Southern Kenai Peninsula, southern Cook Inlet, periods of light rain for Kodiak Island. Rainy, windy conditions with this low center over the southeast Bering Sea, especially Bristol Bay down across the Alaska Peninsula. Warm front spreading rain right up into the central interior with the north slope, eastern north slope, and Brooks Range, central and eastern Brooks Range staying dry. Just some scattered showers back to the west with mostly cloudy skies there. And variable clouds over the east side of the state, mostly sunny over the panhandle here. Could see a few clouds down to the south. But temperatures still very warm tomorrow, forecast here for the southeast coast into the 70s, maybe lower 80s, such as Juneau could reach 80 degrees tomorrow. Otherwise, high pressure, light winds, Adak and Atka. Next system here finally making a move a little bit to the east there, and we'll see on Thursday, definitely gale force winds push in across Adak and Atka, start to bear down in Nikolsky. Much of the southern and southwest Bering Sea looking at quite windy conditions out here with wet weather across the entire area. But to the north and east, under higher pressure, could be some will be light winds and dry conditions with possible sunshine here for the Alaska Peninsula up toward the Pribilof Islands, maybe Nunivak Island. Weakening front brings a little bit better chance of some light rain in toward Cook Inlet and the Susitna Valley. Lesser chance for the Manuska Valley and probably no chance for the Copper River Basin, the eastern Alaska Range, upper Tanana Valley there, right on up to the Yukon River. But areas of rain, again, from the Arctic coast there, all the way down through much of the central and western interior, I should say light rain here, and down dry, as this weak front passes Kodiak Island, should become a dry afternoon there for Thursday with light winds across that area. And mostly sunny skies continue for the southeast coast, with some areas rising into the 70s once again. And not too bad up along the North Gulf Coast and into the Copper River Basin. And looking ahead to Friday, we'll see this system moves northeastward into the central Bering Sea or south central Bering Sea. Gusty northwest winds here across the west central Aleutians, Adak area with another round of rain with that trough. Rain and gusty winds into the eastern Aleutians, Alaska Peninsula. And again, this system pushing rain right up to the southwest coast late in the afternoon. Better chance for Macoriac. Wet conditions with the Pribilof, St. Matthew Island, but dry to the north there, St. Lawrence Island. Light winds, partly sunny skies for the Seward Peninsula, Bering Strait into the northwest part of the state here. And rain or snow possible for the eastern Arctic coast down into the eastern North Slope Brooks Range area. And south of the mountains, though, that'll be in the form of rain, in the form of showers here with a couple of weak troughs there over the east side. Mostly cloudy, scattered showers here for the central interior back out toward the northern Kuskokwim Valley to the Yukon River there. Otherwise, partly sunny skies, light winds, dry conditions for Kodiak Island up into the Kenai Peninsula. Risk of a shower for the Prince William Sound area. So cloudy skies there, and stays mostly sunny here for the southeast coast. Dry weather continues there with light wind conditions. And for the lows tonight down that way, mid 40s to lower 50s there for the Panhandle, and upper 30s to lower 40s over the eastern and northern interior areas on out to the Arctic coast. Otherwise, mostly in the 40s elsewhere over interior Alaska. South central Alaska, 50 to 55 on down to Kodiak Island, the Alaska Peninsula area. And for the highs tomorrow, mid 50s out here over the Aleutians and Pribilof Islands, upper 50s to the Alaska Peninsula, 60s here across southern Alaska, near 70 for the Copper River Basin, and temperatures in the 70s to lower 80s for all of the southeast coast. 70 to 75 for the east side there, Northway Tok and up toward Eagle, upper 60s, and 50s for the Brooks Range, and some areas of the eastern North Slope rising into the 60s, otherwise 50 to 55. And then the lows for Thursday morning, 30s and lower 40s, Arctic coast down into the Brooks Range, 40s south of the mountains with some lower 50s as well, all the way down into Bristol Bay and the Alaska Peninsula and the Aleutians, Bering Sea as well, and lower to mid 50s for the southeast coast. Followed by highs again, upper 60s to mid 70s for the Panhandle, and lower to mid 70s here for the eastern interior, Copper River Basin, up into the lower 70s, upper 50s and lower 60s, south central Alaska, 50s for the Kuskokwim Valley, westward to the coast, and 40s to lower 50s for the Arctic coast into the Brooks Range out west, looking at temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. And taking a look at the extended 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, pretty normal here in the gray shaded area for the Yukon Delta area along the Yukon River up to the north and to the east. Warmer as you head southeast into the southeast interior to much above normal here for the eastern North Gulf Coast and Prince William Sound. And that continues right on down the southeast coast almost to the first half of September. Precipitation wise, of course, with warmer temperatures down there, it stays drier than normal, so not really looking at much change there for the next several days. And precipitation near or a little above normal here across the remainder of the state.